Aries Seeker, welcome back to the Existential Shift. This is your November reading. Ooh. I'm using the Vice Versa Tarot. They're double-sided and pretty neat. Okay, Aries. I feel like you guys are hyped by the energy of Mars almost finishing its retrograde as I'm recording it. It's going direct in your sign on the 13th. And I feel like the last hurdle, like the last part of it, is going to be the cherry on top. The extra triggers, the final exertion of mental work. How do I respond to this? How do I respond to that? What do I say to this? What do I say to that? You went through it. You've been pushed into changing your reactions and your response. And you've had a lot of practice throughout this time, especially when Mercury was retrograding in Scorpio. That added to it. But now, seemingly the pressure is supposed to be relieved, but because it's the final round, I feel like it's going to be a bit more intense. Watch this reading after mid-November as well. Do that with all of my readings, by the way, because when you look in retrospect, it always adds to things. But I feel like the energy will feel very, very different from when I'm recording this to later in the month. Okay. Now, you know what to do. You got this. It's like something you've been training for a very, very long time, and you've been succeeding in, and you know how to do it. It's just coming at you like a bit more intense, I feel like, in the next, I would say, a week. I think by the 14th, you're already on safe, calm waters. Especially 15 and on as the new moon kicks in Scorpio. I think that will be, I think the last couple of weeks of November are going to be the calm before the storm. December is going to be a hoot. I feel like December is going to have very Uranian attributes, but let's not go there. Let's talk about the now. So this is the message, the guidance for the now moment. It's not to upset you. It's not to hurt you. The universe is trying, your own higher self is trying to show you how far you've come by, putting you on the spot, and then the way you're dealing with things, you're going to be very proud of yourself. Most of you, hopefully. I feel like those of you who follow me anyway. Okay. Aries. For November. Wow. Bullseye. The Fool. Gorgeous. I feel like you might have something in common with Taurus reading that I did yesterday, because the analogy of standing on a cliff of a mountain or a hilltop and kind of spreading your arms and taking it all in came through really strongly. It's like watching a shooting star. It's a new start. Oh my God, the Ace of Cups. And it's nighttime. So there might be something to do with like stargazing at night this month. Wow, this is such an opening of the heart chakra I'm picking up. Oh my God, oh my. Wow. I'm so sorry about that. That's like the worst possible timing. Oh my God, that is so aggressive. Okay, I was about to like literally get up and yell at them right in front of you. I wouldn't spare you of the show. No. I would have let you enjoy the show. Okay. But the cards are just too amazing to get upset, so. The Lovers, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Star. Right after the Fool and the Ace of Cups. What is happening? Oh my God, Aries. This is amazing. Can you see? Let's pull. Let's do it this way because I want you to see the cards a little bit. There we go. Okay, so nature is coming up really, really strongly in the cards. The Star and the Queen of Pentacles both have strong association to nature. And we just had it come through in the first two cards. So, with the Lovers right in the middle. Jeez. There's going to be like, I don't want to say an event, it's not exactly an event. Possibly travel, because we're seeing nature, possibly vacation. But it's something that, oh my God, this is something that is going to uplift your spirit on so many levels. So if you're not planning a trip, it might be a surprise one. Not like a crazy, not like across the ocean or something like that. Not like that. Not like a move. More so like a weekend getaway kind of thing. It's going to serve as a very meaningful turning point, Aries. It's going to kickstart a new start. Kickstart a new start. In a very specific path that I feel like you've already, in a way, either now or recently have made the choice to go on, to embark on. But it's like this month serves as the what's the word? I'm looking for a specific word, but it's the start of it. It's like the initiation of the actual movement in it, towards it, with it. Strong romance vibe here with the Ace of Cups, the Lovers, and the Star. That is some soulmate love. With someone who is Queen of Pentacles, very, very grounded, very connected, very beautiful. Someone, the Star and the Queen of Pentacles is a combination of, that could be like exquisite type of beauty, something that is almost like, it's like when you're looking at them, it feels like stargazing. There's a sense of renewed hope. I think some of you are falling in love, like deep, Aries. Like, oh my God, and Four of Swords, it's like so bizarre. This is such a bizarre card to come up in this. It's like you're waiting on something, or the other person is waiting on something. There's coming right after the Star, there's also an element of healing, possibly of taking time to rest and heal and restore, and to process some thoughts. This could be you mid-month, as Mars goes direct, kind of taking a moment to take a breath and just grasp the recent time frame and the journey that you've been on, and how much you've changed, I feel like, or how much you've healed also. Tell me more about this for Aries for November, please. Some of you are embarking on a new path that has to do with a dream job, possibly. But I am seeing love here. King of Cups, right under the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. This is amazing. Aries, this is so amazing. Oh my God, I'm really happy for you. This is someone that can, this is best friend vibe. This is like someone you can have like very sincere conversation with, like very healing, heart-opening conversation. But one of you is still a little bit closed off. One of you still needs, kind of still has difficulty in opening up. This person wants to open up, they want to connect, they want to feel, but they've been very closed off for a while, I'm picking up, and it's a little bit hard for them to kind of get back to opening up and to trust, but they're there, they're on the process, they're like right on the verge of, it's now, it's in water season, in Scorpio season. Like this is someone that is like, they feel comfortable in talking to this Queen of Pentacles. And that kind of helps them open up emotionally to other arenas. But, wow, massive healing for the heart space. This is gorgeous. But there is some sort of ending. The ending is astral, amorphic. It's very, on a soul level, it's like you're releasing aspects of yourself. It's not necessarily like ending a job or ending a relationship or ending a contract. It's more like on an ethereal level where you're feeling like you're releasing some aspects of yourself that you're happy to release, but it's also, it's been a part of you, right? It's been a part of you, so it's difficult. Like, it's like when holding on to a story, to a narrative, who you are, what you feel, what you want. Even if that is completely different today, you're still so used to telling yourself that story. So it almost requires a little sense of grievance. Some of you are dealing with someone who's a little bit older than you are, possibly. If that's not the case, then I'm picking up on also a parental figure that is around you at this time, kind of guarding you. There's a very guardian energy coming through on a soul level. I feel like it's beyond the veil. Yeah. And Mercury here is coming up strong in the Lover's card. I feel like it being direct now is kind of allowing you to live by the things you've learned and taught yourself in the recent few months. I feel like it's been a very meaningful time for a lot of you, Aries. Like a lot of you are changing on a very deep level, but in a healing way. You're releasing and have released so much of your past, and it feels so rejuvenating, but it's also like, again, it's like saying goodbye to aspects of yourself. There's an aspect of telepathy here that you have with someone, like you're picking up on their thoughts, because I have the Dolphin here and the King of Cups with the Star. There's something very like communicating through dreams. Some of you are communicating in the dream space with your guides as well. And I feel like if you're into that, try to request your guides to communicate with you through your dreams, because you're going to get some very intense messages throughout Scorpio season in your sleep. I feel like your spirit is processing a lot in your sleep. So if you feel tired, or if you feel like you're sleeping more than you usually do, and you're just exhausted and you constantly want to take naps, obviously if you're not feeling good, go get a checkup. But if it's just a general fatigue, when we heal and when we change, the body needs us to be quiet and sit down and lay down and go to sleep so it can do its thing. Okay? The brain also processes a lot, so much in our dream space. And nature, nature, nature. Try to spend time in nature. Show me more. Four of Cups. They're already like two-sided, so I'm not going to take reversals. It's like looking right after the Four of Swords. Interesting. Someone is gazing or daydreaming over something that was lost, over something that has gone either missing or has left, and they're very emotionally contemplative over it, like they're thinking about it a lot. I feel like it's this King of Cups looking back at something that ended, and they're like so now here we have stargazing, and now we have ocean gazing, like nostalgia, like it's not nostalgia that yearns, it's not a yearning. I'm not picking up on like, oh, I wish I was there. It's more like just processing it, just thinking about it, just analyzing it. I think it's happening in ways of like saying goodbye. It's like, Aries, some of you are emotionally saying goodbye to something. Could be a chapter in your life, could be something that you were strongly emotionally connected to. It's like, how do I say goodbye to this? If you lost someone, I'm really, really sorry. I feel like this is when you're, November is the month of honoring our ancestors and our lost loved ones, and, reaching beyond the veil and conveying with them. So this could be that for you, where you're just feeling them and feeling their absence, but also simultaneously releasing in order to make room for a lot of I just noticed the and this Ace of Cups, I just noticed this knight here on a horse. Like, I never noticed it before, and I didn't see it in this reading until just now. And it kind of feels like this King of Cups. So I don't know if there's an element of fantasy here, where this King of Cups is like thinking about this figure here. Because this Queen of Pentacles is very real. She's sitting with her face towards us, right? It's very tangible earth element energy. So maybe there's two different energy here. One that is like ethereal and not exactly present, more so in the mind or in the fantasy, and another that is present. Now, two options. Either this present person is a fantasy to someone and it's kind of on the verge of connecting, or it's two different energies. One that, this King of Cups is saying goodbye to in order to make room for this Queen of Pentacles. Now, keep in mind, guys, if this was a private reading, the King would be a masculine and the Queen would be a feminine, 100%. The cards have masculine energies and feminine energies for a reason. If they want to say, hey, this is a masculine, they'll bring up a king. If they want to say, hey, this is a feminine, they'll bring up a queen. They know what they're doing. Spirit knows what she's doing. It's doing. Only in general readings, it can be either or. Okay? So because this is a general reading, I can say that the roles can be reversed. It can either be, this Queen of Pentacles can be a masculine or a feminine, and the King as well. Okay? Bottom of the deck, Judgment. Wake up. I'm hearing the word wake up. Someone might be like gazing off, like falling asleep. Maybe you're camping somewhere and like one of you is telling the other, hey, wake up, you need to see this, or something like that. Or hey, you fell asleep. It doesn't have to be camping, it could be in front of the television, you know, but like someone like is going to wake up this month. It could either be like on a very spiritual, you know, spiritual, energetic level, or it can actually literally be someone's being told to wake up. This is a very romantic reading, right? I'm almost blushing. Like the vibe here is very, very, but it's like very sweet. Show me more, please, for Aries. Wow, Ace of Swords, and all of them are coming up in the night. Oh my God, see the eagle? Right underneath the Ace of Cups. This is gorgeous. I can't wait to see your extended. This is, you're going into, I feel like some of you are going into a very meaningful relationship, connection. It's going to be very different than what you've experienced so far. It's going to be, some of you I'm picking up kind of grew up very romantic, like romanticizing relationship, and kind of lost it along the way because of, well, you know, challenging relationships and heartaches and so on. But I feel like something about this connection is going to bring it back, the faith, you know, the faith in like fantasy love, but real. Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords. Wow. This is this with the Lovers and the Fool. This is like something. This is you. I don't think you've ever experienced this type of love, Aries. I think it's a very different sensation. And for you to be with this person is going to feel just completely different. In what way? You won't want to look at your phone, right? You won't have that regular urge to leave after a certain time frame. It won't be, there will be a sense of ease, like talking to a really, really good friend, someone that understands you. It's like letting down your guards because of, it's not even a matter of feeling safe in front of someone. It's like the same way you feel safe with yourself, right? It's like feeling safe with this person because you feel like almost in a way they are you, right? It's a soulmate. There's a decision made this month, very strong decision to cut this, you know, part. Like this is like a bubble within this story, a bubble of a past that is kind of you're taking with you, and this is the moment where you puncture it and kind of let it go. You're learning the difference also between your intuition and your urges, desires, ego, will. It's going to become, the difference is going to become a lot more clear this month. One more card for Aries for November. Anything else you need to see for Aries? Six of Wands. Victory. It's going to feel like a warrior coming back home from battle. And I think it's it's a symbolic sensation of like possibly a long time of feeling like love is a battlefield. And some of you really need to heal from that, from feeling like love is a battlefield. I'm also picking up on someone leaving something that was very loving for the sake of a fantasy, and then they miss and want to come back, and then they come back to you, or you coming back to them. I don't know, being like, I shouldn't have left, or that was a mistake, or something, or that was just like an unrealistic fantasy. But I think this is for very few of you, and not like the actual real aspect of the reading. Can you hear it? It's like it was such a quiet morning until I pressed play. I need one more clarification. Ooh, King of Pentacles in the bottom of the deck. I have the Queen of Pentacles here. That's like a natural match. Definitely someone is looking back at someone that they had that was present, and they kind of turned their back to them. And when they did that, they went through that so-called battlefield. And it was in order for them to kind of have the comparison, to know what it's like. I think there are some of you out there that had, again, and place yourself, it could be either you or the other person you're dealing with. Someone left something really good, and they did it in a way that wasn't right, that wasn't okay. And they went on to being with someone else who did the same thing to them. They had to learn what it feels like to have someone do to them what they did to others. Like, it was a little bit of like a karma learning type of period, and they're coming back all battered. So that's for that narrative. Either way, what I'm seeing here, the narrative that is inclusive to everyone, is starting a loving relationship. I feel like some of you are being triggered by that word. I don't know why. Aries, you guys are triggered by so many weird things. Sorry, no shade, but it's like, it's very easy to, you make immediate connotations between words and events you've had in your life without separating the different environment, different circumstance, different situation, different person, different energy. And I think that's also something you've been learning recently, how to not do, or how to try to avoid, and understand that, you know, if you've been in a relationship that was really destructive and horrible, that doesn't mean that the word relationship is destructive or horrible, or that all of them are destructive and horrible. Does that make sense? And I know you understand that in your brain. Obviously, you're bright, you're smart, you're intelligent, but you're very, very connected to your instincts. And our instincts are a lot of triggers. You know, it's like, we just remember, we make the immediate connotation. It's a survival mechanism. You're like number one in the survival chain. You know how to survive. There's a reason why you have strong triggers, is because you're very good at survival. So I think one of your biggest achievements is when you know how to differentiate and discern between, okay, now I need to use my instincts for survival, and versus now they're just coming up because something reminds me of it, but it's not really in place and there's no real need for it. You know what I mean? That's when an Aries that knows how to do that is a wonderful Aries, is a very advanced, mature Aries, you know, where you take out your sword when it's needed and not when it's not, in simplicity. So don't be triggered by words. I feel like there's a reason why this came up. If you're dealing with someone and they say something that just triggers you or brings you back to something that hurt you in the past, take a deep breath before you make the immediate connection. It doesn't mean that this equals that, okay? And see the different connotation. and a different circumstance. And maybe ask more questions to see what the other person meant. And then I feel like if you do that, you'll see that it's not said in the same way. It's not intended in the same way. Does that make sense? Okay. I will definitely continue this focusing on love in your extended. It's a double pentagram spread, a very big one where I look into you and your persons of interest, both mind and heart spaces, your interaction, the dynamic, and how things unfold throughout the month, and also do messages from the runes. So we'll see what's up. You can find it below in the description box, both on Vimeo for separate purchase or on Patreon for unlimited streaming of all the extendeds. Not just for this month, on Patreon, if you sign up, you can go back in time to all the extendeds. And also you have other content there, all kinds of lunar love readings and rune messages and karmic shift and liberation, which is a special project that I did for this decade to help us release karma. You have Karmic Shift and Liberation also on Vimeo for separate purchasing, but on Patreon on tier number 3 you have them all. I need to start mentioning this more often. I have a glorious tarot masterclass, Bunkai. Bunkai means secret applications. It's a term for martial arts. If you're new to my channel, I'm a martial artist. I'm currently an advanced brown belt in karate. I love Japanese terminology and ancient philosophy of the East and everything to do with martial arts. So I named my Tarot Masterclass Bunkai, because I give not just the surface level interpretation of the cards that you can get anywhere, I give also the mythology, philosophy, energy work, spirituality, occultist, esoteric aspects of the tarot. You have here astrology, and you have numerology, and you have Kabbalah, and you have Greek mythology and Hermeticism, and it's infinite. So if you truly want to be a Tarochi, I do recommend my online class. I've created 90 pre-recorded classes. It's a huge Akashic records of information for tarot. And also, you don't have to want to be a tarot reader. It's a deep shamanic journey that you go through with me in this class, because every card represents an aspect of the human condition, and I bring forth all the layers of it in ways of also giving you homework. And there's a lot of spiritual work there, a lot of energy work, a lot of shamanism. Okay, so if you want to check it out, you can feel free to just, maybe rent one of the episodes, see how you like it before you get all of them, because you can rent or buy separately each of the classes. Let's say you just want to know about the lovers, right? Or you can rent or buy all the classes. Way more value for your money. Up to you how you want to go about it. But check it out. I'm on Instagram, the Existential Shift. Everything you need to know is below. I noticed that I haven't been mentioning it recently. So look me up in the other platforms. There's a lot to do. Oh, and another thing. You have a join button underneath all my videos that allows you to join as a member on my YouTube channel. Now, it doesn't grant you extra content. It's a way for you to reciprocate the energy that and for my work. It's $1.99 each month that you can cancel anytime, and it's just ways of supporting me in the channel. It adds up, so it's really great. And also you get little perks like cute badges, and you stand out in live, for example, in live videos, and it's great if you want to do so. You can also support the channel with receiving extra content, and for that there's Patreon. So check them all out and see what works for you, okay guys? And if you're new, of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, press the bell button to receive notifications, and comment that you love me, because you do. So let me know. I'm very happy to have you. Sorry I was late. Life.